Hey guys, I thought I'd show you how I use my lathe to make these little special pieces. I sometimes show you these little kind of metal wands, you could say. And I thought I'd just show it off. And so you can see various metal chips and dust and flakes and turnings, and trimmings, all that stuff. So it's a mix of brass, aluminum, steel, and now titanium. Titanium's the ones that kind of have that pleated look. Anyways, yeah, you can see it pretty well. And so here's what I'm making here. And this is actually only one end of what I'm working on. And so yeah, this piece is titanium. And at first it was tricky, but surprisingly, you have to turn it at actually a very low speed, relatively, to cut it best. And you press in rather hard. Different from other metals where you can act a bit differently, but with titanium, if you are slow in cutting it, it'll eventually harden the titanium and then break the cutting bit here. And so you got to be kind of quick and aggressive. It's interesting. Titanium's a very tough and flexible metal, so it's been fun to work with. And so what I've been doing here is I use these tools here to tighten uh, whatever this is called, so that it's nice and secure. And it takes me some time to get this thing straight because sometimes it kind of wobbles a bit weird, just a little bit at the end, but that can affect the cutting. So I need to make it as straight as possible, and it's not as easy as you'd think. There's always something kind of messing up with that perfect flow. The cool thing about this titanium wand here is that it is a very extra long piece, and I've already finished and cut the other end. And so I'll show that off in a separate picture because I'm not taking this thing back out. It was hard to get it level. But I'm going to go ahead and start cutting this thing. And one of the cutting bits I have is, this little kind of angled guy here. Come on. Which I used to cut, where is it? It's hard to see from this angle. Let me check. That thing. That's it. Yeah. That's an angled cut. You see? In the middle there. And that was cut by this thing. And I also use this one over here, which has a square tip, or like a square chunk is cut out. You see? And I use this to make all these very neat square rings. So I really like using this one. But this thing starts to smoke after working on titanium for a bit, so I gotta go in hard and then bring it back. Alright, so anyways, let's finish this video. I'm going to run it so you can see what it's like to have this lathe run. So I close this thing, otherwise it won't start, so it's smart. And we get to choose the rotations per minute, and it seems to like it's somewhere around here, which I guess isn't that low, but anyways. Alright, I'm gonna turn it on and let's see what happens. Oh, it's spinning. But that's barely nothing. Let's turn this thing up, right? So this thing can go really fast. Like crazy fast. It's, I think, a third of a horsepower or something. But anyways, yeah. And then I just press this thing in. However, I'm not going to record that because I need to focus to feel out where these cuts best go. And I can't do that while filming, and also it's unsafe. So I'm not going to do that. Maybe someday I'll make a little stand and have it aimed at it. I'll need like a little tripod. Anyways, I think that's enough of that. Oh, and there's a bunch more titanium bits down there. Just if you're curious what it looks like shaved off, it's like that. Alright, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Oh, I guess I'll say one more thing. So this is what you can use to drill holes or tunnels, you could say, into these rods. However, I tried to do it with this thing, and it just made the rod bend to the side. And it wouldn't drill it. The best it could do, I showed over here, is like that little divot. That's it. And then after that, it would bend to the side. So yeah, just that little divot. It's like nothing. So drilling this in this way is really difficult. If it's even possible. I might need a skinny... Oh, actually. I think I see why. It's totally dull. Yeah, that's not going to go through. That used to be sharp. Oh, there you go. That's what happens when you lathe. Things get worn out. That's crazy. Anyways, we both learned something today. All right, I'm going to get going. Hope you guys had fun. See you next time. I think it's pushing it back. There we go. Oh, that's beautiful. I can smell the tip getting hot. I can smell hot metal. Let's see how that tip's looking. I think it still looks good. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to stop filming for now, but that was cool, huh? Let's turn this off. Interesting. That's pretty, actually. Let's see how the hole looks. That is a beautiful hole. Let's see. I like it. Alright, well, I'll keep it going. Yeah, that's the first time I've ever drilled titanium. Very cool.